President Rice,
Present.
Vice President Sani, Treasurer Mauricio, Chief of Staff Odewale, Director Oyewale,
Present.
Assistant Director Montano, Director Ali, Assistant Director Elliott, Director Allen, Assistant Director Ajay, Director Johnson, Assistant Director Farmer,
Present.
Director Jallo,
Present.
Assistant Director Reyes,
Present.
Director McMillan,
Present.
Assistant Director Scott, Director Gross, Director Fletcher,
Present.
Assistant Director Ifeji,
Present.
Director Brisbane, Assistant Director Tolbert, Director Maduwabe,
Present.
Assistant Director Hurley. Director Moultrie,
Present.
Assistant Director Basak,
Present.
Director Mays,
Present.
Representative Davis,
Present.
Representative Lewis,
Present.
Representative Mitchell, Senator Cynthia Wilson,
Present.
Senator Holland, Senator Rivera Force,
Present.
Senator Lugo,
Present.
Senator Clark, Senator Rowlett, Senator McKnight, Senator Otike, Senator Edwards, Senator Stowe,
Present.
Senator Jolivet,
Present.
Senator Brinton,
Present.
Senator Kelly,
Present.
Senator Ragland, Senator Akani,
Present.
Senator Baywa, Senator Grizzle,
Present.
Senator Miller,
Present.
Senator Breedlove, Associate Justice Sonia,
Present.
Associate Justice Dixon,
Present.
Associate Justice Olania,
Present.
Associate Justice Bowman.
Present.
Moving into approval of the minutes. Minutes approved. Any amendments to the agenda? Hearing none, seeing none. Any public participation / students' concerns? Hearing none, seeing none. Supervisors' remarks? Happy Tiger Tuesday.
Happy Tiger Tuesday.
It's good to see y'all. This is a very full room. I have two general announcements. One's connected to our. There you go. One is for our paid students. Timesheets are due Thursday at 5 o'clock. Make sure you put them into the TU system so we can approve your time. We'd love not to chase you down to make sure you get your money. And then the second one is for homecoming. Homecoming is my favorite time of year. There's lots of ways to get involved. One, the walking parade. I haven't talked to the exec board about this, but I hope SJ will participate in our walking parade. Celebrate, you just literally come walk, or you can just come watch. There's also a talent show. I know somebody in this room has some talent that they can show. Yeah. The last opportunity to do an audition is this Friday, the 20th. So if you're interested in being in the talent show, you should audition. And then the last one is Royalty Court. I think last year's homecoming queen was an SGA member, Director Edwards, thank you, somebody remind me. Director Edwards did an amazing job, so we would love to see some SGA representation on the homecoming court. So if you're interested, make sure you apply. I yield. Appropriations Committee.
Thank you. Happy Tiger Tuesday, everyone.
Happy Tuesday.
All right, not much to report, pretty brief. The appropriations meeting that was scheduled last week has been rescheduled this week, specifically tomorrow to be exact. So if you know you're part of appropriations, please be there on time in the SGA office at 11:30 a.m. We will be meeting. at 11:30 a.m. promptly. Also, again, appropriations is focusing on the FPSO, specifically our alternative funding, our grants. So you'll definitely be seeing an update on that soon. And last Friday, I did have a meeting with new student development, the director and the assistant on an upcoming event that they're planning. And additionally, I am now finalizing onboarding our new appropriation members that were confirmed last week. Thank you. Thank you.
Government Operations Committee.
Okay, happy Tiger Tuesday. We are finalizing the new members who just joined Senate, so those, you know who you are. See my emails, we got you. Also, GoOps will be meeting tomorrow, 4 p.m. promptly. Thank you. I yield.
Rules Committee.
Hi, y'all. So Rules Committee met on last Thursday at 1 p.m. And we discussed many aspects of certain positions and what they mean in the Constitution. And then we also took a look at the bylaws. And so that was really exciting. Got some really good feedback on the Constitution. We started off with the preface and the citizenship and yeah. So the first two sections of the Constitution. And this week we'll be starting to go further into the Constitution. And we will be meeting tomorrow, Thursday at 1 o'clock. And yeah, with that, I yield.
President Rines.
Happy Tiger Tuesday. So a couple of things from me. Last Friday, me and Vice President Sani had the opportunity to have our 2-on-1 meeting with President Ginsburg, where we talked about some plans, upcoming plans for the university, and how we can help with that as student representatives. So very excited about what's to come. I can't share everything, but just be on the lookout. Also, today, me, Director Gross, and Senator Brenton had the opportunity to meet with Rich Colburn over from Aramark, as well as Meredith Taylor from Auxiliary Services. And we talked about a few initiatives and plans of how SGA can help kind of provide student representation for the Dining Halls and Services. We also got an update on some cool new things coming to campus very soon. Blue robots, I know you guys have been asking about that. As well as some new dining options. So that'll be exciting to see. And then tomorrow, me and Vice President Sani have our 2-on-1 with Dr. Vernon Hurt, the Vice President for Student Affairs. So I'm excited for that. And this past Sunday, I also had my USM meeting, University Systems of Maryland, the Student Council. We met and we just kind of came together and discussed a few initiatives and plans for each university in the system and how we can help to achieve that. And lastly, for our member of the week, I need a drum roll. All right, so this week's member of the week is someone who isn't new to SGA, but just continues to impress us all and show how dedicated they are to their role. Coming onto this position, they've had a few things that they wanted to kind of roll out, and they've already begun the work, despite a few bumps in the road or just a delay in the processing. But we're really thankful for all the work that you put in and everything that you just contribute to the organization. So our member of the week is Director Fletcher. Are there any questions? All right, with that, I yield.
Treasurer Mauricio.
No report.
Attorney General Bennett.
Okay, guys, I don't have much. The only thing I want to say is just be mindful of your volume when you're in the SGA office. We do have other people in that office as well. So just be mindful of your tone and also volume, and also make sure to keep the space clean, because the past few times there have been chairs everywhere and a lot of your stuff is still there. So just be mindful of that.
Another side note is that you cannot submit an absence request for office hours. You cannot do that. That is not a thing, so. Also, if you have any questions about absences, please direct them to me and I'll be sure to get back to you. But with that, any questions?
Just piggybacking off of what Attorney General Bennett said, this is my bad, I forgot to include this little detail for her, but, one thing that I want us to kind of be mindful about in the office is, just remembering that it's a work environment. We do have staff who actually work there, Janaya, Susan, Habib, they actually do work there, they have meetings and they interact with students who come in the office. So when our volume is a bit high, and you know, I've been guilty as well, I get carried away sometimes, but when our volume is that high, it's kind of hard for them to interact with these students and do their job. So just be mindful about that, and also be mindful about where you know this conversation is taking place. So my recommendation, if we are having you know, like purely casual conversations and they seem to get a bit loud, I would advise that we move those conversations to the Senate workroom, the main workroom, or the cabinet workroom. Just you know, for the fact that we don't want to interrupt what's going on out in the office. But for the most part, you know, the main message is just be mindful of our volume.
With that, I yield.
So you said that like absence request forms for hours, that doesn't exist. So what do you do if you can't meet your hours?
If you cannot meet your hours, have a conversation with me. We'll talk about it. But that's not for everything. Like, if you have a genuine like concern, like if you're sick or you got something going on, but if you genuinely like can't meet your office hours, that's what it's for. But
Chief of Staff, out of order.
Happy Tiger Tuesday, everyone. First, I just want to give a big shout out to everyone, especially my directors and ADs. After having my one-on-one with everyone, I know you all have been working so hard, and the upcoming months are one to look forward to. My announcement today isn't long. For this week's pre-meeting, the Career Center has invited us to their office to host us. So we won't be having pre-meeting in our normal room. We're gonna be having it in their office. It's right next to the information desk. And also don't forget, next week is admin photos as well. So, you know, good luck, you guys. Any questions? With that, you.
Department of Academic Affairs.
Happy Tiger Tuesday, everyone. So, we met with Renee Harris. She works at the Career Center, with students with undecided, majors. We're planning an upcoming event in November to be continued. We also had date for complaint suggestion box, so we're gonna have a tabling in the union and, kind of just have the box in the library. So we're gonna soon send out a sign of genius in the near future for any volunteers for the tabling in the union. And then we also had a meeting with Chief of Staff, Adewale, to clarify our roles and discuss, future initiatives. Thank you. And with that, I yield.
Department of Communications.
Good evening, everybody. So communications have a few announcements. First is Club of the Week is being revamped to Club Spotlight. It is a semester-long program highlighting clubs on campus and initiatives programming impacting Towson student body. This will be determined through an application process, so dates for the program's opening will be announced later. The club that wins for the semester will be given funds from SGA to promote a campus-wide event. Communications also conducting a Vogue-style 21 questions video with President Eddie, following him around the office, asking questions related to his career experience, time in SGA, etc. So a link to submit any questions that you may have to ask President Rhines will be sent out soon, so please be on the lookout. It will probably be sent in the group meet or via email. And then takeovers, we'll be doing a day in the life takeovers on our IG soon, so signups for that will also be going out shortly as well. Any questions? Right, are you?
Department of Community Outreach.
Happy Tiger Tuesday, everyone. Nothing much to really report here. Just wanted to let you guys know that we will be having our first real community outreach event, which is a tabling event, which will also be a collaboration with Better Black Minds. It will be September 30th from 2 to 4. We also have another community service event will be taking place in LA 5303 from 6:30 to 7:30 after BBM has had their voter registration meeting. Also, we've been talking with Director Jello about some other ways we can use community outreach and governmental affairs to have some events based around the election that's coming up. And lastly, me and Director Allen sent a group meet sort of form, and I appreciate it if you all would fill it out, please. Any questions or concerns? All right, have a good one.
Department of Diversity and Inclusion.
Hey guys, so it's pretty brief today. We had another follow, as y'all know, it's Hispanic Heritage Month now from September 15th to October 15th. I know y'all saw that get posted. So we have another potential collaboration with the Latin coordinators. So it's potentially gonna be collab between us, CSD and CLA. And our two ideas right now are either having an altar of remembrance or a Day of the Dead themed photo booth, just so people are just more educated about the holiday and what it really represents. And that would be potentially November 4th, but we have another meeting just to confirm that. Any questions? Yes. With the Latin coordinator. With that, I yield.
Department of Governmental Affairs.
Happy Tiger Tuesday, everyone.
Happy Tiger Tuesday.
Dang, y'all hate me. We don't have too much to report. We had our tabling today in collaboration with Civic Engagement and Social Responsibility. I would say it was a pretty successful tabling. Thank you to, forget his last name. Senator. His first name's Ryan. Kelly, Senator Kelly, Senator Edwards, Assistant Director Benji, and Senator Miller. Thank you guys so much for helping out with that tabling. I have a meeting on Friday with Civic Engagement for more events, so more information to come. Any questions?
Department of Health and Wellness.
Happy Tiger Tuesday.
Happy Tiger Tuesday.
Okay, so two things. Last week, Jada and I had a meeting with the health promotions team, with the director and assistant director. It went pretty well. Basically, like all the branches within health and wellness, like the rec center, the health center, counseling. I believe there's one more, but I can't remember what it's called. Basically, they just want all of us to like work together and make sure we're not doing the same thing, like the same events over and over again. So yeah, we'll be sitting in their meetings, to give them like a student representative. So yeah, to give our insight. And then our sickle cell blood drive is next Friday. It's a collaboration with Alpha Psi Delta, Kappa Delta, and American Red Cross. You can get a t-shirt, $20 Amazon gift card, and a $15 merchant of your choice card. So if you want it, come to the blood drive. Yeah, that's really it. Thoughts, comments, concerns? Yes. All three. Any more questions? Oh, yes, we do need volunteers. Sign up will be sent after GA. So.
Time is 11 to 5 p.m.
Please, when you're asking questions, can, we ensure that we use the mic? Just because we're, having it recorded as well.
If you volunteer, do you get the items too? Or do you have to give blood?
You have to attempt to give blood. They can turn you down, but you can still get it.
If you were to volunteer, I have two questions. Volunteering gives you office hours, but not donating blood. So does donating blood give you office hours? And then you can attempt and then still get the gift card and the merch. Okay, great. Will you be sending a link to sign up to give blood in addition to volunteering?
To give blood?
Yeah.
The registration was already given out on, Instagram.
Okay, thanks.
Oh, also, I kind of want to clarify
Link in
something.
bio.
Oh, sorry. Oh, I want to clarify someone's question. If you help to set up for the event, that counts as office hours. But if you're donating blood, like, that's not office hours. That's, okay, if you donate blood, that's community service hours. If you, I mean, if you volunteer. Okay, yeah, so if you are helping to set up for the event, that counts as office hours. If you're donating blood, that's community service hours. It's just 1 hour.
I'm sorry, but we had a meeting yesterday. Oh,
Any more questions? Thank you. Department of Marketing?
Hi, everyone. So I have 3 things. The first thing was that today I was able to send the final, well, I'm making sure that it gets, I guess, okayed by the Department of Civic Engagement for the voters registration event post, basically just trying to promote it on the SGA page for all the events that they're doing. And then also today I was able to get posted the SGA post about like basically what SGA is and how it can help the students, because a lot of people have been asking what is SGA. So I think that could have been helpful. And then also when everyone's sending their request in for graphics or marketing and whatever you need, after Oreo posted on Basecamp, it would be helpful if you guys could direct message me on GroupMe or just text me, just because sometimes not all of the details are on Basecamp. So it's helpful to know the location, time, dates, all that kind of stuff. Any questions? With that, I yield.
Department of New Student Development?
Happy Tiger Tuesdays. So the Department of MSD, so freshman council is having their first meeting on Friday. And then we met last Friday with Appropriations Chair Rivera Forbes regarding our It's Never Too Early event. And we are still on the lookout for transfer council members. So if you know any transfer students, send them my way. Any questions? And with that, I yield.
Department of Special Projects?
Happy Tiger Tuesday.
That was dry. Anyways, so I think like me and Julia have been getting a lot of questions about
room bookings or ordering food. So we just want to emphasize that if you guys do not do an event form, we're not booking your room and we're not gonna order your food. So please make sure you fill out the event form. And then, also like when you're booking, when you're booking an event or ordering or anything, just like how Director Gross said, can you guys like message us or email just so we can get all that information and make sure everything is right? And then just make sure you're doing it 15 business days before the event. Any questions? With that, I yield.
Department of Student Services and Affairs.
Hi guys, happy Tiger Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday.
Okay, just a few things. First of all, this was the first week of street team, so I wanted to say thank you to everybody who signed up. Just a few things for that one. So it's still going on the rest of this week and we do it 1 week every month. And it is considered an office hour, so I suggest you guys get some of those in. And for doing the forms, I know a lot of people have been a little confused. You guys can do the forms on your own phones and then you can send me or Director Moultrie the results. And then we'll use those results later. And then for the results, these are just some things to keep in mind because a lot of people have been complaining about the same thing. More mediation rooms. A lot of freshmen complained about tour guides during the first couple of weeks of the semester to find their classes. More bus stops and more events from SGA because like Director Gross said, a lot of people don't know what SGA is. So just try to keep that in mind when you're doing events and stuff like that. And then we have Safety Walk coming up October 9th. And that's pretty much just the safety walk around the school for whoever wants to join in on that. That's gonna be really fun. We have hot chocolate. And then we're open to any suggestions if anybody has any ideas for that too. And then for future events, we have dessert with the e-board coming up. That's in a couple of months, November 14th. But it's just gonna be dessert with the e-board so that a lot of students can voice out their opinions about SGA. Because like we said earlier, not a lot of people know about it. But that's all we have coming up. Does anyone have any questions?
Can you go just really quickly repeat the request that students have made that you're hearing a lot of feedback on?
Yes, more mediation rooms. Oh, I'm sorry, more meditation rooms. Sorry, more meditation rooms. Tour guides during the first 2 weeks of the semester for the freshmen trying to find their class, more bus stops, and more events from SGA. And this isn't listed on my phone, but they also talked a lot about food, but I know that they met with TU Hospitality today about that kind of stuff, but more food options, they said that as well. Any other questions?
I just wanted to add, like, if you're doing street team, keep in mind, like you said multiple times, they don't know about SGA. I would start with introducing your position, what you do in SGA, just so that can like establish that kind of like knowledge from the get up, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, that's what I would also recommend.
I only have one thing. Can we just have carrot cake, please?
At the dessert?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's an assortment of carrot cake, red velvet cake, chocolate cake, and vanilla.
Thank you.
Oh, and we also have cannoli and a bunch of other, there's fancy stuff on there. We don't have ice cream. Yes,
You did a great job with that one.
thank you. Any other questions?
Representative Lewis. Just pass the mic down.
Yeah, what is the,
Say it again?
when is the date?
October 9th. Wait, for which one? For the dessert or, oh, that's November 14th, right?
What time?
Still in the works,
All
but
right.
we'll get back to you guys.
Again, thank you guys, whoever signed up for street team. There are some more slots available. If you guys want to do it and you don't see a slot on there, you can message me at Victoria and I can add it. Or you guys can just, yeah, we'll add it.
Any other questions, anyone? Okay, and with that, I yield.
Department of Student Organizations.
Hi, guys, good evening. So just a few things. We have student on Mondays. next week, Monday, from 5:30 to 6:30. So it's just like a space or kind of like town hall for student orgs to come and voice their opinions or any issues they might be having in their student leader positions to me, and then like help them in any way that I can. And then last week I had my weekly meeting with the coordinator of student orgs about like events that we'll be having this semester. So next week, Tuesday, we have Tiger Hawk Tuesday. So it's just a tabling event for student orgs on campus. So it's going to be happening like on the second floor in the Union. And then students will just interact with all the orgs that are registered for it. And it goes from 11:30 to 1:30. And also I had my one-on-one meeting with Chief of Staff Adewale just for remaining initiatives for the semester. Any questions?
I might have missed the email, but has the email been sent out for the town hall that you just spoke about for Monday? Or like any type of like,
I mean, it's for student orgs.
I know, the president of the student.
Oh,
board.
okay, okay,
Yeah,
okay. Oh, no, I haven't sent sorry.
Okay.
Any other questions?
For tablings, are you taking volunteers or like signups, or it's just you and?
Yeah, it's student activities, so they covered everything, so it's just.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions? And with that, I yield.
Department of Sustainability.
Hi, everyone. Happy Tiger Tuesday. Okay, so I did have my meeting with the Department of Sustainability yesterday, and we talked about a lot of things. So for one, October is Sustainability Month here at Towson, but also nationwide. So there are a bunch of events coming up. Some of the times for these events we're not sure about yet, but on October 24th, they're gonna have a Spill the Tea event where it's like basically they're serving tea and like tea time type foods, and they're going to talk about different sustainability projects on campus, and it's open to the student body. So if you're open to that, once I get a time, I can let you guys know. There's also Walktober, which is a public health campaign that's going to talk, like, we're going to walk around campus and just, appreciate the greenery and stuff like that. And yeah, most of the other events, I just don't know the dates for, but they are coming up. And then I'm also going to have the Eco Fair in October as well. I haven't submitted the form for that yet, but sometime towards the end of October is what I'm thinking. Oh, and then like just some small things. So certain sustainability events aren't happening this year because for different reasons, but like, I don't know if you guys know about Goats in the Glen, but that's not happening this semester because the goats are just not available. So if you have any ideas on how to still have a similar activity to it, please let me know and I can relay that information to them. They were thinking like a scavenger hunt, like an environmental scavenger hunt where you look for certain things. So yeah, just let me know. And yeah, I'm gonna have another meeting with them next week where we'll talk about specific dates on things. So I'll have more updates then. Any questions? Okay, with that I yield.
Rick Life representative.
So, I got a couple of things. First, I wanted to shout out API. They raised over $800 this past weekend, for their philanthropy, and a annual kickball tournament they do, that Kappa Delta also won. So, huge congrats to them. This next Thursday, we will be having a president's meeting, along with myself and another Greek ambassador who will be heading that meeting, to meet with head coach Pete Shinnick of the Towson University football team. So he's coming to basically collaborate with Greek Life and get more engagement from Greek Life, which is a huge opportunity. The other thing is, and I know Representative Davis Mitchell will talk more about it. Homecoming this year, there's a new event that is being rolled out with a collaboration with the Military and Veterans Center in the FSL office about a old school challenge. You've seen the movie kind of geared towards it, you know what it is. It's essentially where Greeks, a team of Greeks and a team of military veterans will compete in a day, and we will raise money towards a specific organization of our choosing, and all the money, the proceeds will go there. So, like I said, Representative Davis Mitchell will talk more about that. That's a huge thing that we are also doing in October, as well as Dance to Madness. We typically raise a lot of money at that event. So a lot of fundraising, a lot of fundraising and a lot of events that are coming up very soon. The other thing is that the Greek ambassador team met this past week to discuss some of the internal ideas that we have with FSL, some of the external ideas, a lot of the visibility things that can be done, but also changed on another level. That being said, we got a date for the Greek Life Town Hall, which will happen November 14th. It'll happen in Paws Pit. We collaborated with SGA last year with this event where we had President Colquitt as well as Treasurer I don't want to say her name wrong, but the treasurer at the time, and the chief of staff. So that'll most likely happen again. Still waiting on details about what that event will look like, and when I have them, I will send them your way. The last thing for me is if you identify as a Greek member, you can just find me after GA. I need to get a list to give to the director of Fraternity Sorority Life Prudence, so he has record of who is an SGA, and you get capped. So congrats on that. There are no questions. Yes.
When is the day for Greek Life Town Hall?
Greek Life Town Hall will be November 14th. It'll most likely occur from 5:30 to 7:30 in Paws Pit.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. Any other questions? Any other questions? Okay, cool. I yield.
URG representative? Military Veterans Representative. That's my bad. Great.
Happy Tiger Tuesday. So, to kick off homecoming on the 13th of October, we'll be doing the inaugural Old School Challenge. It'll consist of a series of challenges to include dunk tank, capture the flag, trivia, tug of war, video games, stuff like that. And it's going to be happening between the Greeks and the Vets. There are events that are open to the public, which will be like the dunk tank, and gets to get involved in that. So the sign up is open. It will close September 23rd, but potential to flex until the 27th. We'll also be showing the game since it's a Sunday. And this is just an attempt to start a program and try to expand it over the next couple of years with different colleges. So it's not just the Greeks and military, but College of Professions, College of Business, so on and so forth. We will be having a little street team to pass out information and get more awareness of the event, both 2 weeks and 1 week prior to the event. I'll have more to follow up regarding volunteer hours and opportunities. And lastly, for Veterans Day, it'll resemble last year. We'll have volunteer opportunities. We're going to be taking over the ballrooms, showing the football game, and providing resources to veterans around the county. And there will be volunteer hours for that, more to follow. Any questions?
What's the full name of your event again?
Old School Challenge. Any other questions? Are you?
Okay. Happy Tiger Tuesday, everyone. Thank you. Just a couple of announcements, for the senators. We will be having Senate workshops tomorrow at 9 a.m. in the SGA office. It is highly recommended that you guys come. We'll be breaking down, more of the standard rules of order, and if you have any questions still regarding, SGA and how to make motions, you will learn all of this at the workshop. If you're not able to make that session, we have it Thursday at 2 p.m. as well in the SGA office. Any questions regarding that? No? Okay. Also, for the new senators, I was able to train some of them, me and, President Pro Tempore 50 and Wilson. However, you have not been trained, you do not have a clicker, which means you cannot vote at today's GA. However, you are here and welcome to observe. Any questions regarding that? Oh, okay, perfect. After GA, just make sure to take your name tags and, put them in the box that's beside the door. And then if you don't want to keep your agenda, please just recycle them, and that's pretty much everything. Any questions? No? All right, have a great week. Opinions of the court?
Hello, quick opinions from the court. There's still a vacant chair within the J branch that we are still looking to fill. If you know anybody who's interested, please guide them to the link in our bio for the application. Any questions? That I hear?
And with that, we will now move into a quorum call. So when the vote opens, please click your green button on your, clickers, to mark that you're present. All right, seeing that we've met quorum, are there any, motions on the floor? Senator Miller?
I motion to review resolution number 7.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Thank you. And with that, could And with that, the motion has passed, so okay, so, seeing that it's an appointment, to the position of Chief Justice for Bienfolua Sanya. This is a, so whereas in Article 2, Section 4, subsection D of the Student Government Association Constitution, it states that the SGA president shall appoint and/or nominate all members of the judicial branch, which includes the Chief Justice. So would Justice Sanya please, present your case for Chief Justice position?
Good evening, everyone. I've prepared a little something. Okay. Good evening, everyone. As I step into the role of Chief Justice, my vision is clear. To be a pillar within the 104th administration that the student body can depend on, ensuring that every voice is heard and empowered. If you don't already know, my name is Fianfulu Asanya, a junior majoring in economics with a minor in business law. From my first year at Towson University, I was enthusiastic about contributing to student government. My initial excitement led me to join the freshman council, where I began to understand the inner workings of our student government and the impact it has on our community. As I continued my journey, I realized how crucial our work is in shaping the student experience. My academic background combined with my practical experiences has prepared me well for this role. My previous experience as Deputy Chief Justice has given me valuable insights into the judicial process here at Towson and the importance of fair and transparent decision-making. Beyond Towson University, my internship at the Maryland General Assembly, where I worked with Delegate Vanessa E. Atterbury, who is now the current chair of the Ways and Means Committee, provided me with valuable insights into the legislative process and the importance of fair and transparent decision-making. And even up till now with my time at Towson University, I've had the privilege of engaging in various roles and initiatives that have prepared me for this position, including my experience as a community center assistant and my role as a student event coordinator within Towson University's Housing and Residence Life Department. These roles have nurtured my skills in managing complex logistics and coordinating community events, ensuring that all voices and needs are heard and addressed in every aspect. Through my involvement, I've developed a deep understanding of our student body's concerns and aspirations. These ranges from things such as the need for more transparent communication, addressing misuse of club resources, and even things such simple as improving accessibility to club resources. My goal as Chief Justice is to address these concerns with the utmost care and ensure that our actions reflect the diverse needs of our community. This foundation and my commitment to serving our student body make me well suited to be the dependable pillar we need within the judicial branch. This is my second term serving in the Student Government Association, and I'm eager to continue building on the work we've done thus far. Beyond my qualifications, I'm dedicated to fostering an environment where every aspect and every perspective is respected. Upholding the Constitution and bylaws with ethics and integrity is not just my responsibility, but a core commitment of mine. As Chief Justice, I pledge to uphold the bylaws, the Constitution, and the policies that guide our student government and the student body that depend on us. I want to thank you all for your trust and support as I am committed to serving with integrity and dedication. This is a responsibility that I do not take lightly, and I'm excited to serve our community with fairness, integrity, and commitment to justice under the 104th administration. Thank you.
Thank you, Justice Sonia. Does anyone have any questions? All right, I'd ask that you please step out of the room as we discuss and vote. Would anyone like to speak on her behalf? Justice
It's okay.
Alania. Hey y'all, so I've had the pleasure of working with Fian, in the past. So I was the previous Deputy Chief Justice last year, and when I had to step down, she quickly got accumulated to the role, and she just learned everything she needed to do, and just, yeah, she was great. Would anyone, Senator Rowland? Rowland.
I would like to say that we should elect her for Chief Justice for this branch. I think she's a good candidate and she meets all the qualifications and she's very, very strong-minded, and I think she will be successful within this role and give support to the school as a whole and with the student body.
Justice Norwood?
Mic check, okay. I just want to keep it brief. This is my first year with SGA, and knowing Fian a little bit before, she's definitely prospered in a very warming environment, definitely helping me along with just understanding my role as a whole as well, not just, reading what it says in the Constitution. Associate Justice does, but actually kind of explain it a little bit. And once we start getting working for real, I know that she would be there to actually prosper and guide me to where I need to be, because she's very transparent, does everything she needs to do, and she is a leader.
Director Jallo? Last administration, I had the privilege of serving as the Attorney General, and I think, Attorney General Bennett can attest to how much learning has to happen in the Chief Justice position. And I just think, I've been working with, Associate Justice Sonia since our freshman year, and just to witness her growth, has been incredible. Like, she's definitely grown so much, and I just think that comes with the willingness to want to learn. So I definitely think that, she's very well suited for this position, and I can't wait to see what she does in it. Director Allen.
Okay, I'll make it very brief, but I met Fian because she was my resident last year. And even with her just being my resident, she was very positive, very inviting. Every time I had an event, she would come, she would show face, even if she didn't stay for the entire duration, even if she just got food and left, still love my girl. But I know that she will take this role incredibly seriously. I've seen what she's done at SGA so far. She's a very involved student, very strong-minded, very willful. So I definitely do think you guys should take this nomination seriously and definitely appoint her to Chief Justice because she absolutely deserves it. I really can't say I know anybody else who works harder, so she definitely deserves that role.
Attorney General Bennett.
Okay, so I'm just echoing everything that everyone says. So I had the privilege of working with Ian for about like 2 years now. And when I was Chief Justice last year and she stepped up as deputy, she definitely helped me like, cause it was like two of us by ourselves for real. And she definitely stepped into the plate. She was there for me. She is definitely like a really dedicated, hardworking person. And just seeing her growth from back then to now is just something that's so remarkable. And I think that she really does embody this role, so I think you all should really pick her.
Anyone else would like to speak on her behalf? All right, are there any motions on the floor? Senator Brinton,
I'd like to call to question, resolution number 7.
all right,
I second.
all right. And with that, we'll move into the call to question, vote on the call to question. All right, and with that, the call to question has now passed, and we will move into an actual vote on the resolution. And with that, the resolution has now passed. Could someone please let her in and hold your phone until she comes in? Congratulations, Chief Justice Tanya. Are there any motions on the floor? Senator Miller? I want a motion to review the resolution number 8. Any seconds? Great, and now we'll vote on the motion to review resolution number 8. All right, seeing that the motion is now passed, could Amira Dawkins, Jordan Lamb, and Janiyah Tasker step forward and please present your case for why you would like to be an SGA and a senator specifically.
Hello, everyone. I'm wanting to be a senator for College of Business, and I'm a junior. I'm a business analytics and a system processing major, dual major. I came into the SGA, 104th Administration, to be a voice of the students, especially the business side of it, and also help other sides look like language arts and transferring students. And that's me. I'm Mira.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Janaya Tasker. I'm a philosophy minor with a major in law and American civilization. I'm a transfer, so this is actually my fourth week at Towson University. I'm coming into the 104th administration because I want to be something bigger than myself. I feel like as a transfer student, it's really easy to get lost into the wave. So I want to be a voice for the transfers and for new students, as well as I want to be an aspiring attorney. So I feel like student government would give me the perfect position to do that, especially having you all tonight. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. Sorry, my voice is coming on, but my name is Jordan Lamb. I am a freshman here, and I applied for the Center of College of Liberal Arts. I applied for the College of Liberal Arts because I'm a psychology and a political science major, so it affects me directly. Also, being in ICA in high school for 2 years, I kind of got a feeling of how much I care about government, and hearing everyone seeing all 55 of you, or might be more, I don't know, but seeing everyone in this room and seeing how y'all have something in common. That's so it's so important to me, especially for something that I care about.
Would anyone like to ask any questions? Senator Rowlett.
Ms. Dawkins?
Yes.
What are your goals if you become the senator for the College of Education, for the College of Business and Economics? What are your goals and aspirations?
Right now, I want to talk to the deans of colleges and hopefully promote online classes for students, and also try to make it easier for people to work jobs, and also attend school to also afford school as my job. That's what I aspire to goal, basically help people balance life easier.
Okay.
Justice Norwood.
I'm gonna pass the phone back to y'all. We kind of heard a little bit from Ms. Dawkins right here, but I just wanted to know any programs or initiatives you two had, just one, the major one, for the sake of time, that you really want to push out if you were to become a senator with us.
I would like to start a luncheon for transfer students. So again, I just feel like when I came in for new student convocation, I was told that I couldn't step onto the football field during new student convocation and be a part of the picture because it was just for first year students and freshmen only. And so I feel like incorporating luncheons or other events on campus for transfers and commuters to both feel included and welcomed at Towson would be very important.
As a freshman, I would just I would gain a broad understanding of what our position is working with the College of Liberal Arts, but then also gaining more experience with students to understand what their needs are, especially for having career fairs just for the College of Liberal Arts. As someone who wants to become a lawyer, no one in my family went to law school. So having someone to listen to, gain information from my next steps will also be helpful. So a mini career fest for College of Liberal Arts students.
Any other questions? Senator McKnight.
I wanted to ask Janaya, okay, I just wanted to ask, do you know your affiliation with the College of, like COFAC, College of Fine Arts Communication? Do you have any, past connections with that, like communication studies, mass communications?
I attend Maple Springs Baptist Church, which is in District Heights, Maryland, and so I'm actually a part of a national convention and an international convention with communication specifically. So I go to public speaking networks for fundraising opportunities and for nonprofit organizations. So I'm used to advocating for not just myself, but for people with disabilities because I have celiac disease, but also just for people who can't advocate and speak for themselves.
Okay, thank you. Point of clarification though, like as the Senate, like in your position, yes, you are a representative of a college, but that doesn't really specifically mean that you have to have some type of like past knowledge of whatever that college represents. You're just representing, you're on the Senate for the purposes of being in the SGA on the Senate, voting on legislation. Outside of that, you will be meeting with those specific administration from those respective colleges, but that does not mean that you have to be like some type of specialist or anything like that. That's just wanted to clarify. And President Sani.
Just also wanted to add to the clarification, because the college and connecting senators to a college is a new legislation that is being implemented this year, we are still working out the kinks. So if we can just like keep an open mind and vote on them as senators, not attached to a college, okay? Thank you.
Any other questions? Senator Miller?
Hi, so I had a question for Jania. Jeanette, sorry. Short-term memory. So I am a transfer student myself, and I am the senator for transfer. So I was just curious, as a transfer student, I know you touched on it a little, what brought you to come to SGA, like what drives you with that?
Specifically, what drives me as coming in as a transfer student is that I just didn't have a positive experience at my last institution, specifically from an administration point of view. I was a part of, not student government at my last school because it was a smaller private institution, but I was a part of first year student council. So I was very used to advocating for students, but the messages weren't heard directly from our administration. Our vice president and our presidents tried to also articulate themselves, but laws were never really passed and students had to continuously fight. And while fighting is something that I will 100% stand behind, I want to be at a school where we fight for things, but those things become action. And since those things were not like acted upon at my last institution, I really feel like Towson University, from being here for my 4 weeks, has actively made changes that I have seen as a transfer student.
Any other questions? Justice Norwood? My apologies. From here on out, can we please leave the middle microphone in the middle, and then pass around the microphones at the table?
We could do that, it's no problem.
Thank you.
It was for, real quick, you said you had experience with SGA, correct? Okay, so it's directed towards you two, Miss Dawkins and Miss Tasker. Do you guys have any experience with SGA before? It's okay if you don't, but if you do.
A predominantly white private institution in Maryland in high school. I was part of that shit, but my voice wasn't big enough due to the racial remarks made at the school. So I do have vision, but I just didn't have the motive to promote actions and things that needed to be done for that school because it was very like messed up, basically.
Thank you for sharing your experience with us.
I was a part of the first year student council at my previous institution, and in high school, I was the treasurer for the Student Government Association. So thank you.
Thank you. Are there any other questions? All right, are there any, would y'all please step out as we discuss and vote. Would anyone like to speak on their behalves? Vice President Sani.
I would just like to speak on Jania's Tasker's behalf. I interviewed her personally and, in the interview, I could tell that she has a lot of passion and she's someone who's ready to advocate for transfer students as well too. As you all know, her experience with her transfer experience here. And, that's just something that we are trying to look forward to working on as well and making better, so.
Senate, Appropriations Chair Rivera Forbes.
Okay, I'll be very brief. I just want to speak in support of Jordan Lamb. I personally worked with her in high school. She was my chief of staff as well when I was on the Board of Education. So she really just supported me and had my back, especially when my first chief of staff stepped down. So she's really a dedicated freshman and I can see her having a lot of growth in this organization. Thank you.
Senator Miller.
I wanted to speak on behalf of Ms. Tasker. A lot of what she was saying aligns with my transfer experience as well, and I think it would be great to have another person on the Senate that I would be able to collaborate with and work with on those transfer experiences, because I think there is a lot that we could work on to help out transfer students.
Assistant Director Hurley.
Hi, wow. I'd like to speak on behalf of, Janaya. She's my mentee, so I work one-on-one with her like every day, basically. She is a very dedicated person, very knowledgeable about the things that she knows, obviously, but, when she doesn't know something, she's a great person. Like, she'll ask questions when she doesn't know anything. She won't go out of the way to do something and she doesn't know about it. She'll ask questions when it's needed. She's a very dedicated person as well, even though she's only been here for 4 weeks. She's already gotten involved on campus and met a lot of new people, so yeah.
Anyone else? All right, and I just wanted to emphasize the fact that if the Senate would like to vote separately on these individuals, this is the time to make the motion. Are there any motions on the floor?
Motion to vote separately.
All right, and with that, we will now move into the motion on voting separately. Vice Mayor.
I second. I second.
Oh, and with that, that motion has now failed. So I will recommend call the question. Unless there was some type of point of information, did y'all need more information? I think it was pretty. Let me, President Rines?
So basically what just happened was, you guys made a motion to vote on each candidate separately, and the motion failed based on the votes. So, President Pro Tem Ward Fithian Wilson just made a recommendation to call the question, to vote on the resolution as normal, which would be all candidates together.
Attorney General Bennett?
Just adding to that point of information, so if they're all on one bill, that means that if one gets in, they all get in, just for clarification, if you don't know. So if you want to separate it, that means like you would vote individually, but if they're all together, one get in, they all get in, so just for extra information.
All right. Senate Grizzle? Or Grizzle?
Call the question, resolution number 8.
I second.
All right, Vice President.
If some senators are unhappy that the motion did not pass, like, you still have, you can vote yes or no, okay? Okay, everybody understands?
This is your time to vote no if you still think that you need to vote separately. We're voting. Well, we're voting on if we're going to vote. So you can deny this called a question, and then we will not vote directly on the resolution, and then another motion will need to be made. The motion's already open, so we will be voting on the call to question right now, and then please just save your point of information for afterwards. All right, the call to question is now open. And this is voting on if we are going to move into a final vote on all 3 of the senators. All right, and with that, the call to question is passed, and we will now move into a vote on resolution number 8. With that, resolution number 8 has passed. Please could somebody let them in?
Okay, let me just have you all stay up front. Raise your right hand, please. Perfect. And then just repeat after me. I do solemnly affirm that I will faithfully serve the students of Towson University, execute all of the duties and responsibilities of this position, and strive to achieve the high level of expectation that accompanies a position within the Student Government Association of Towson University. I'll preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution and all other governing documents of the Student Government Association of Towson University, to the best of my ability. Congratulations. You may now receive it. Are there any announcements? Any announcements? I just like to make a quick announcement. So senators, please, I highly recommend that you attend either the workshop tomorrow at 9 a.m. or the one on Thursday at 2 p.m. These are like critical to your understanding in your position as a senator, so please do attend those. I also would like to apologize for any mispronunciation of names. I'm still learning last names. I know all y'all on a first name basis, so please just have some grace for me. Any other announcements? You are required to come to either the one tomorrow morning or on Thursday afternoon. And please send that in the chat by tonight because it's tomorrow morning. So please pick yours. Yeah. Vice President Stein. Yeah, my announcement is just please put your nameplate in the box by the door and recycle your agendas if you don't want to keep them. Thank you. And just to reiterate, what President Pro Tempore Cynthia Wilson said, it is mandatory. So if you cannot attend the one tomorrow at 9 a.m., attend the one at Thursday at 2 p.m. If you can't attend that one either, just reach out to her. Any questions? Representative Lewis?
I just got enough.
Oh, yeah. You have an announcement? Oh, no, yeah, go ahead.
Questions, I didn't know.
No, go ahead.
If you agree, just maybe like somewhere here, so I can, yeah.
I also did want to clarify that the times that were chosen were based on y'all said schedules, all of y'all, like y'all class schedules, so all of y'all should be able to make it to at least the one in the morning or the afternoon on Thursday. Cool. And, all right, are there any motions on the floor? Oh, Government Operations Chair Holland. Motion to adjourn. Any seconds?
I second.
All right, and now we will move into a motion, a vote on the motion to adjourn. And with that, we are now adjourned. Yeah.